I'm back, bitch. Let me tell you guys what happened. The last 24 hours of my life have been tough. Bro, tough as fuck. So, for starters, right? Thank you, sir. Let's start on Saturday. So, Saturday, you know, I'm doing this whole road trip thing. We're making money as we go. It is what it is, right? So, Saturday...
Head northwest.
Oh, you don't have to shut the fuck up, baby girl. Okay, so anyway, so Saturday, it's me not listening to her and me about to be lost. Wait, no, right way. So Saturday, I went and I picked up a job, and I was working in Tennessee all day Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. We were like, we're gonna get the bag, we're gonna work. I'm still going the wrong way. It is what it is, right? Okay, cool. So I worked all day Saturday, didn't work Sunday. I was like, we did such hard work on Saturday, we don't need to work Sunday. So I didn't do anything on Sunday. Monday, I woke up at like 6:30. I was like, we're gonna be productive, we're gonna be, you know, she's an influencer, people care what the fuck she's doing. So I write Google reviews, so I had like a whole bunch of like photos from like restaurants and stuff that I was like, let me go ahead and knock out these reviews. You feel me? She's productive, she's getting shit done. So okay, cool, whatever. So I write the Google reviews, and then I'm like, you know what, I haven't posted on Instagram in a long time. Let me post some, you know, let me post some content on IG. I have 2 IGs. I have Schella.Somethin, which is shared with this channel, and then I have Schella.Snap, which is where I put like all my nature, sunrise, sunset photos. Check it out if you give a fuck, right? So cool, boom, we do that, right? So since I uploaded all these photos and all these pictures and did all these reviews, I'm like, it doesn't matter, like, we're good. Oh, I have my own lane. So I'm like, it doesn't matter, we're good. We can go ahead and delete them, right? So I'm deleting all the stuff. Okay, we're still in productivity. Then I'm like, you know what? I done posted all these pictures. I done wrote all these reviews. I hate people turning slow as fuck. I done posted all these pictures. I done wrote all these reviews. Let me go ahead and you know, let's go ahead and edit a video and get some content out. The video I was gonna edit was a video from like the video that I wanted to edit was a video from Christmas. And in the video, there's like for the content, there's a 21-minute clip of us playing Uno. I hate driving this way with the sun. I'm about to turn. But there's a 21-minute clip of us playing Uno. And I used Adobe Rush because I edit on my phone. So as I'm editing this clip or whatever, like I keep trying to add it and it just refuses to like to upload. So I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna work. So I keep trying to add the clip, it doesn't want to do it, and I'm like, you know what, I don't need the entire clip anyways. I really just need a portion of the clip, and the rest of it is trash. So I move on and I try to add another clip. What is this purple flower? So I try to add another clip, right? Clip doesn't upload. Next thing I know, boom, storage full. And it's like, so it says my storage is full. So I'm like, okay, you know what, I haven't backed up my phone in a while. It's a lot of shit on here that I don't need anymore, especially since I deleted a lot of stuff. Let me go ahead and back up my phone. I'm backing up my phone. We're going good. Next thing I know, phone shuts off. So I'm like, huh? So I'm like, okay, cool, I guess, you know, it's gonna reboot itself since it's just been backed up. Oh look, I'm passing the T-Mobile store. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, you know, it'll take care of itself, it's no biggie. Phone keeps rebooting. This is like 11 o'clock in the morning, right? This is 11 o'clock in the morning. My phone's continuously rebooting. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And I'm like, okay, fine, it is what it is. I have other shit to do today. I was supposed to be going to Tennessee. And I was supposed to be going to Tennessee to pick up a job because I'm like, I need to get ahead of myself as far as making money. So since I'm not in a rush to get to Colorado, I was like, going to go ahead and trim down the clip. I don't remember where I left off, but we're going to stop at editing. So the phone shuts off. I'm shitting bricks, right? I'm like, you know what, it's okay, it is what it is. You know, sometimes phones just do that. It's technology. You can't really be too dependent on it, right? I don't know if I like this angle, but we're gonna try to rock with it. fucking sun glare, bro. Shit kills the vibe. So anyways, right, I'm driving, I can't keep looking at you guys. I don't know how this clip is gonna look, but whatever. I can't put it on the dashboard. Come on, why would you stop? It's on fucking coming. Fucking idiot. Fuck you doing? Anyways, so right now I'm going to Tennessee, but I'll get to that part a little bit later. So what happens? So phone shuts off. I'm like, okay, I have other things I can be doing, like my trunk full of fucking laundry that I need to get done, because I'm literally on like the last outfit. I need to do my laundry, right? We're gonna do my laundry after what we're doing now. So I'm like, okay, cool, let me just see if I can find a laundromat. So I'm driving for fucking miles, okay? Driving to another fucking town. Don't see a laundromat, right? So I'm like, okay, fuck it, let me go to T-Mobile and just, see if I can just go ahead and have them. Sun's getting ready to set. It's probably a couple more hours before sunset, but I'm like, this is not a problem that I want to continue, just in case, right? Let me find a T-Mobile. Driving to find a T-Mobile, and me thinking, I'm from a big city, T-Mobile's gonna be everywhere, I'm gonna run into a T-Mobile, okay? Me thinking, hey, I'm back in Miami, hey, I'm back in Port St. Lucie, I'm gonna see a T-Mobile. Bitch, I'm in Florence, Alabama. There's a T-Mobile. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Can't find the T-Mobile. As I'm trying to find the T-Mobile, I find a laundromat. I run into the laundromat and I'm like trying to get my phone plugged up and everything like that. I bring my my box and I'm trying to plug the phone in, because I'm like, maybe the reason why it's doing that is because it's running off my car charger and it's not as strong. It's like a wall charger. So I'm talking to the girl, her name was Megan, and inside Bubbles Wash or Bubble Wash or whatever. So I'm talking to Megan, telling her my life story, how I'm from out of town, even though apparently I sound like it, and my phone's not working and I'm lost, right? So then I was like, I do need to do my laundry, but right now my phone's a priority because I need my phone for everything. My phone is my child, it's my baby. I need my phone. I need to find a T-Mobile. Megan's like, sure, girl, I got you. You want to go 28 minutes that way, right? And you should see a T-Mobile, mind you. I'm like, okay, girl, thank you. Get in the car. Didn't check what time it was when I first started driving, so I didn't know how long 28 minutes was. 2, I'm driving for a long ass time, and mind you, still not seeing this T-Mobile. So I'm like, damn, either A, Megan gave me the wrong instructions, or B, she gave me the right instructions, but I'm bad at following instructions. So it could be either of the two, probably number 2, but it is what it is. Boom. I keep driving. I'm starting to feel a little nervous. Like about an hour, it feels like an hour has passed, and I'm like, I don't want to keep driving. So I see a cop. Behind me. So I'm like, cool, you're a friendly neighborhood officer, no problem. So we're at like an intersection where the cop has a chance to turn, and we're at an intersection where there's 2 lanes and then the middle lane for you to turn. So I get into the turning lane, which makes the cop pull up, and then as the cop pulls up, I put down my window and I'm like, I'm lost. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, first he's like, what do you, like, he's looking at me, he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I'm not from around here, my phone's not working, and I'm lost. I'm trying to find a T-Mobile. So he was like, okay, I can tell you how to get there, just follow me. With the cop pulling up, the car behind the cop pulled up, so there was no space for me to follow him. So he was just like, just get in front of me and eventually you can follow me. And I was like, okay, cool. So the light turns green, he lets me cut in front of him. I go to the next light, but I don't pull all the way up. I leave space in front of me for him to pull in front of me. So I leave the space in front of me, he pulls next to me, and he's just like, he's trying to tell me instructions. And I'm like, what you're saying right now means nothing to me because I'm not from here. So and I'm like, but you can get in front of me though. So he gets in front of me and he's driving. This guy makes like 3 turns and leads me to the police station, right? I'm like, I'm just be honest, I recently got a speeding ticket that I have not paid yet. We just out here raw dogging life. I recently got a speeding ticket that I haven't paid yet, so I don't know what the status of my license is. I'm in denial. I refuse to look. We're living life. So that's really not that funny, but whatever. So anywho, right? So anyways, so we get to the police station. He hops out the car. Like, bro, the way he hops out the car, I thought I was done for. So he hops out the car, comes up to the window, and he's talking to me. And he was just like, he starts telling me the instructions again. I'm like, let me write this down. And he's looking at me as I say, let me write this down, like I said some shit in French. And I'm like, I'm not from here. And I'm like, I know you seen that Florida tag behind me. Sir, Officer Moody, that was at the time. So so he gives me the instructions on how to get to T-Mobile. Okay, I write it down, right? He's like, yeah, what you want to do is you want to go to this light, make it right. Those instructions mean nothing to me. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Write the instructions down. Boom. I'm headed to T-Mobile, but I guess I got a little bit anxious about me not seeing the store, like after I made all the turns he told me to. So I pull into a gas station. I pull into the gas station. The two ladies don't know their name. It was a Shell gas station on the corner or something. They're like, oh yeah, you're not that far. Once you see the Olive Garden is right there. And then he told me once I saw the Olive Garden, the T-Mobile would be across the street from the Olive Garden. Okay, cool, whatever, right? So anyways, I finally get to the T-Mobile. So I get to the T-Mobile, give them the rundown of what's going on. They're like, okay, cool. It just sounds like you were trying to, back up your phone and it's stuck in a boot loop. Perfect, right? So then they were trying to connect my phone and it wasn't working. So they were like, mind you, I was not opposed to I'm a little pre-rich right now, but I was not opposed to upgrading my phone at all. So they're like, oh, we can go ahead and upgrade it for you. So they look at my account, and I guess because the phone is glitching and they were unable to stop the phone from glitching, they said that I wouldn't be able to trade in my phone, that I would have to purchase a whole new phone. Who? Purchase what? Negative. So I was like, those two options are clearly not going to work, so I need a third option. So Austin and I think her name is Greta. Austin gave me the attitude, but it's okay. I gave Austin attitude first. Austin's from Nashville. So I was telling Austin that, I might pass through Nashville, and because, he was like, that's his hometown. I was like, put me on, Austin. Tell me all the places I need to go, all the things I need to do while I'm in Nashville. I guess our little relationship it was a little rocky, because he just told me like one restaurant, apparently like Mad Cow or something like that. It's a vegan vegetarian restaurant. I'm like kind of vegetarian now, so anyways, not the point. And he didn't really give me any other place, but anyways, regardless of the fact, everyone who worked in the Florence T-Mobile, like, even though they ultimately were not able to help me, they were still pretty cool and as helpful as they could have been with, what they could have done. And I appreciate the fuck out of them, because they told me to go to like a phone store down the street, right? Boom. They give me the instructions to the phone store down the street. Perfect instructions. Find the store, get into the store, explain to the guy the situation. He's like, oh, it happens all the time, it's $40, I'll go ahead and boot it for you. Oh, I skipped the part. So I'm at T-Mobile, and they're like, oh, it sounds like you just need to restore your phone. Do you have like your laptop or anything with you? Mind you, I have a laptop, but I gave my laptop back to my mom. So I have my old laptop. It's somewhere back here. It's like back there. It shouldn't be in the sun, but it's back there on my like thing. So I'm like, I keep my laptop in the trunk. So I whip up my laptop, and I hate using my laptop. It's on Windows 8. It takes forever to boot up. I don't have time for this shit, right? Boots up fast. I was like, oh, okay, Jesus, coming through for the kid. I cannot remember the password to log into my fucking laptop. The jokes write themselves. So I can't remember my password to get into the laptop, right? Because, mind you, the laptop I gave back to my mom, it's an HP, but it's fairly recent, so I scan my finger. I don't, ever since I set up to scan my finger, I no longer type in my password. It's not relevant to me. I scan my finger. Okay? Cool. So I can't log into my laptop. So anyway, so I go to the Fix and Go store, and the dude, he's like, oh, it's gonna take 40 minutes, it's no problem, but he told me that he may have to restore my phone. back to factory settings. And he was like, oh, have you backed it up recently? And I'm like, no, backing it up is what got me here. So he was like, if I back up your phone, he was like, if I restore your phone and everything's not backed up, then whatever you have on your phone will be lost. And my grandma passed last year, as you guys saw in my previous video when I shaved my hair. I'll tag it somewhere at the top. My grandma ended up passing, and I went to her funeral, and all the footage from my grandma's funeral was on my phone, and I was not sure if it was backed up. I'm in tears. So the guy's talking to me and I'm trying to listen to him, but I'm in tears because I'm like, damn, I know I should have edited the footage, but I didn't want to post like all the footage until like May 1st, which is the day that my grandma passed, and I wanted to post it as like a tribute to her. And then like, bro, tears. I'm a main character. I was in main character tears. So anyways, he told me it'd be 40 minutes. I was in tears when I left the store. I didn't know what time it was that he told me it'd be 40 minutes. So I guess I went back into the store within like 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, how's it looking? And he was like, what do you mean? He's like, I told you it'd be 40 minutes. And I'm like, it hasn't been 40 minutes. He's like, no, it's been like 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh, well, I did leave in tears. I wasn't checking the time in my tears. Like, attitude. So, so he was like, okay, cool. Bomb. So I'm sitting in the car, and I've had this book in my car for like months. When I first went to Sarasota, if you know me personally, then all this entire timeline makes sense. If you don't, I have to explain it. I went to Sarasota. Apparently Sarasota, Florida. Sarasota has a Goodwill bookstore. I've never seen it before. I walked into the bookstore, saw this book. It's backwards, but whatever. And I started reading it because I didn't have a phone. Cute, right? So, trauma. That book is traumatizing. Anyway, it's not the point. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at, my grandma would love this. Damn, that shit is bloomed out. Anyways, so this is already like 12 minutes. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this entire video, so I'm gonna try to hurry up. It's like 20 minutes passed. I look at the time, 20 minutes has passed. I'm like, okay, that's 40 minutes. I go into the store. He tells me it might take a little bit longer to boot my phone back up. He wasn't expecting this, right? So mind you, there's this other guy in the store. He's a redhead. If you know me in real life, your girl, I love a redhead. He had a nice red beard. He was cute as fuck. But and we was just having small talk or whatever. Next thing you know, power goes out, bitch. Like power surge. Power goes out for a split second, but it comes back on. Power surge. And with the power going out, the guy runs up to the front. He was just like, oh, whatever I had saved. He was like, everything I was working on my computer wasn't saved. I lost all that information. I lost all that data. Right? And then he goes back to the back, and he was just like, oh, your phone restarted again. He was like, originally he was telling me it was taking longer than what he expected. So he was telling me that with the power surge happening, that and then the store closing at like 6, that there wasn't enough time for him to be able to reboot my phone with how long it was taking. And then with him having to get all his stuff back up, I guess for his shift or whatever, I was like, oh my God, this is some nonsense. So he was like, I'm sorry, but you have to come back early tomorrow morning for us to go ahead and finish it for you. I was like, are you serious? So after I left the store, I was like, damn, I have no fucking phone. What am I supposed to do? Where am I gonna go? So I was hungry. So I was like, first of all, I'm in Alabama. I've had Captain D's. I don't think we have Captain D's in Florida. I'm Captain D'd out. Like, I'm not really a I guess I'm not really a vegetarian. I'm more of an ovo pescatarian, where it's like I still eat eggs and I eat fish and like seafood, but I don't drink milk. I don't eat cheese. Nothing dairy, because it'd be fucking me up. I'm in Tennessee now. So welcome to Tennessee. So anyways, yeah, so I go to McDonald's, I get a fish fillet, no cheese, and I get like 2 apple pies or whatever. Okay, cool. And then I saw a Ross, and I was like, oh, I should go to Ross because I do want to get some more leggings for working out, because my other leggings, they have holes for whatever reason. So I was gonna do that, and then I saw Walmart, and I was like, shit, like I've watched plenty, like prior to me going on this road trip, I've watched plenty of other people's videos of people who like live in vans and live in like people who like actually have like real like legit like homes on wheels. That's the content that I like to consume. And like they've always said in their videos, like if you're gonna spend the night anywhere, spend the night at a Walmart or like a Home Depot, because one, it's a well-lit parking lot, there's cameras if anything does happen to you, and then no one's really gonna fuck with you. I spent the night in Walmart parking lot. I I woke up this morning, like I have my gym bag and stuff in here, which normally has all my shower stuff in anyways. I just brushed my teeth in Walmart's parking lot. I changed my clothes in my car, and you know, and then I went to the phone store to get my phone fixed. And bro, shout out to motherfucking Brittany, bro, because Brittany, bro, she's a queen. Brittany is the one who got Brittany from Fix and Go in Florence, Alabama. If you're watching this, hi Brittany. But she's the one, bro. She restored my phone for me, and thankfully all my content and stuff was still backed up. And I was talking to her, and because I'm very naive, like if you know me in person, I'm naive as fuck. Like the world only revolves around me. Everything else in the world doesn't matter to me. But she was telling me to be careful because I'm traveling by myself about human trafficking, and like she was warning me to make sure I check my car, and if I see anything suspicious, don't touch it. And she gave me her number. She was like, I told her, I was like, I slept in Walmart's parking lot last night because I had no way of getting in contact with nobody, and I had nothing. So she was like, oh my gosh, girl, no. So she was like, oh, the next time, she was like, if anything, take my number, so you know you can at least have someone to be in contact with. So Brittany, girl, you don't know how much I appreciate you. You are like, I fuck with you heavy. But yeah, that's where I've been for the last 24 hours. And honestly, it's been an experience. Like, you never really, like, I mean, I know that there's plenty of things that can go wrong on this trip of me being by myself and a lot of people. She also told me to turn on my Life 360, which I don't know how to do, but I'm going to do that. But, and she told me at least connect 3 people to my Life 360. So, or 360 Life, whatever it's called. But I know it's a lot of things that can happen with me taking the risk of traveling by myself and, you know, not really being prepared for this. But I just want to go ahead and say that, honestly, this road tripping shit isn't for the weak. Because when I tell you I was punching the fucking air yesterday, I was punching the fucking air. I was like, this is a whole bag of bullshit. But, you know, honestly, it could have been worse. Like, I could have actually needed a new phone. Like, it could have been so much fucking worse. And I'm not saying that it should be, but I'm just happy that it wasn't. So, with that being said, from this point, like, I was uploading old footage. I don't give a fuck about none of that. The footage from my grandma's funeral was saved, but that's the only old footage I'm uploading. Everything else that I'm uploading is as we fucking go. So it may not be the exact date because obviously I'm driving, obviously I'm doing shit, obviously I'll be working, but for the most part it's gonna be current and up to date because the shit oh, baby cows, oh my god, they're so cute. But the shit I be getting into, bro, is unreal. It is unreal, and I feel like I can't be making shit up, and I just don't want shit to be behind. So that is my Alabama story, and right now we are in Tennessee. I'll be in Tennessee for the next couple days. I haven't fully decided what I'll be doing in Tennessee. As long as I can find a job, I'll be here. If I can't find a job, I'm moving on to the next state. So thank you guys. Also, I want to, like, not really be more girly, but I know I'm a little rough around the edges. So when I was in Walmart, I bought this. I use a lot of this actually. It's from Wet n Wild. It's called Mega Slicks, and it's in the color Nude Mood. I fuck with this heavy. It looks so, I mean, it's dried out now, but it looks really pretty on my lips when wet. And I also got a mascara. So, but apparently it's not waterproof because I was putting that shit to work yesterday. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If something else happens that I need to, well, when I get to the next city and I want to show you guys something, then, you know, I'll get back on. But until then, bye. Also, subscribe if you guys want to see more of my journey, or if you want to see what I'm up to. Subscribe if you have any questions, or suggestions on cities I should go to or things I should do in a certain city. Comment down below because I'll consider it, or I'll reply. And also like and share the video because, you know, why should you keep my trauma to yourself? But anyways, bye. I forgot to add the reason why I was in Tennessee before, but then I had to go back to Alabama for because there was pretty much no place for me to go in like Tennessee at the moment. At short notice, there was no place for me to go in Tennessee, so I went back to Alabama. But pretty much the job that I did on Saturday, I pretty much pick up jobs through this app, and in that app, I didn't accept the job because I was gonna do it. I waited till the very last minute to try to accept the job, and they make you like confirm all these other things like once you're in the app that I wasn't expecting. So by the time I went to pick up the job, it was like I started picking up the job maybe like 7:58, 7:59, and by 6:58, 6:59, and then by 7 o'clock, because the job started at 7 o'clock, the job was gone. So I went to the job site and I spoke with the head of the job site, and he was like, oh, it's okay at Dollar General, and he was like, oh, it's okay, you can stay. I was working with Driveline through the app Winolo. I was working for Driveline at Dollar General, and he told me it's okay, I'll get in contact with the correct people to make sure, you know, you get paid, you know, don't worry about it, it's cool, you can stay. So fast forward, I messaged Winolo and I'm like, hey, this job isn't paying me almost $200. So I messaged Winolo and I'm like, hey, I want to get paid for this job, and they're like, oh, we don't really recommend accepting jobs outside of the app because, you know, we have no way of really confirming and paying you. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I pretty much broke down, I emailed Laura, whatever, someone in customer service, and I explained the entire situation to her through email on how I went about getting and working the job. And I told her, I was like, I don't remember the guy's name on the site, but bitch, I'm headed there now, en route. That's where I'm going right now. We are 9 minutes away from this Dollar General, and I don't think they're still gonna be there because they're like traveling. He said they only had one more day, but I'm gonna speak with the people at Dollar General as far as getting the information for Driveline and getting the on-site, I think his name is Mark, getting the guy's name from the site so I can get paid. Cause bitch, all the work I did in that store, I'll take all that shit down. Please. I'm 100% ignorant. Please. So I'm just gonna go there and see if they can give me some information and whatnot so that I can just pass it on to Manolo so I can get paid. And this is my first and last time accepting any job outside of Manolo, because I will not be doing it. 10 out of 10 will not be doing it. I'm in front of this big ass log truck, bro. I've seen so much wood here in Alabama. Wow, someone hit a fucking duck, or I think it's a duck or a goose or whatever, and it was just Feather City just now. So we'll see how it goes. This may be a separate video, this may be part of the same video, because that video was long as fuck, but this may be a separate video, who knows. But I feel like you're just not gonna not pay me. That's what we're not gonna not do. So I'll be back, I'll let you guys know.